by example, a leadership which doesn't give orders but says, follow me. The American Friends also have such a leader, its own general, its own follow-me man. Ladies and gentlemen, Harvey Silbert.
That's a new role, Frank. Thank you. It's always a high privilege and a great honor pardon me, to have the opportunity to present the president of the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. 22 years ago, Abraham Harmon presented his credentials to President Dwight Eisenhower. He was a new...
Everywhere. Your population was about the same size as the population of Israel today, less than 4 million. At our university on Mount Scopus, we try to evoke the curiosity of young minds, to probe for the truth fearlessly wherever the search leads them, but always to remember that knowledge must be dedicated to the First Lady of the United States of America to come forward to receive the Scopus Award of the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and of its American friends.
Thank you very much. I have to, before I say anything, I just want you to know it's always so wonderful to come back to California and see my friends. But tonight, you've really made it very, very extra special to come home. I'm very deeply honored to receive the Scopus Award, and I can't thank you enough. Thank you. I'm told that Mount Scopus historically has been important to Jerusalem's defense, and this is still true, for today Hebrew University is there, and what better defense for future than education? Recently, at a rehabilitation center in New York, I saw minds and lives twisted by drugs. At a home for the handicapped, I saw minds that were never able to blossom, but hearts that were in full flower. And I've also visited schools where gifted minds danced with imagination. The young mind is truly a treasure. And the thought of over 100 scholarships being given in my name, well, it's one of the most meaningful and beautiful gifts that I can imagine. I'm even more moved when I think that these scholarships will be from an internationally respected university with such a distinguished faculty. My hope is that these scholarships will form minds as free as Israel, as determined as her people, and as great as this great university itself. Thank you for this award, and I'll never forget it. Thank you.
Well said, Nancy. Lovely. The Hebrew University of Jerusalem has been described as the educational crossroads roads of the world. Indeed, no institution excuse me, has a student body as diverse as Scopus. Each year, some 3,000 students from more than 50 countries take part in its special programs. They come for many reasons, some deeply spiritually motivated, some attracted by the excellence of the curricula, some to do research in an unparalleled educational setting with the world's leading professors. Their meeting place, their brotherhood house, their home away from home, is the Frank Sinatra International Student Center, itself the crossroads of the Mount Scopus campus. Its sweeping plaza is a gathering place where Hebrew and English blend with French and Spanish and Arabic. We'll gather in the Holy City. Here will be the Nancy Reagan Plaza. A lasting and meaningful tribute to our First Lady on Mount Scopus in Jerusalem, the Nancy Reagan Plaza. Mrs. Reagan, we are proud to have your name enshrined here, and the people of Israel share that pride. And inscribed with your name will be those of the wonderful women of America who have made the Nancy Reagan Plaza a reality, and may I read their names. Kathleen Amundsen, Claire Avnet, Dorothy Balton, Sylvia Barenfeld, Joanna Carson, Adele Davis, Barbara Davis, Inez Eichenbaum, Lena Foreman, Barbara Greenspun, Mrs. Earl Jorgensen, Della Koenig, Ruth Roman, Mary Carol Rudin, Mrs. Henry Salvatore, Natalie Schwartz, Dinah Shaw, Barbara Sinatra, Clarice Smith, Phyllis Tabak, and Hermione Weinberg. These ladies' names will be inscribed on the plaza itself. Now, do we have a... If you look over at the screen, I don't know whether you can see it from this side of the room, but that is a schematic or the drawing of what the plaza will look like outside of the building. I think it's quite beautiful, really beautiful. Can you see it, Mitch? Marvelous. And the centerpiece of that plaza will be a major sculpture by Pascal, a sculpture which she says shows the strength of Israel. Her inspiration comes from the Star of David, which she has put into human form, representing the ingathering, the haven, and the future. It is a symbol of the living Israel, beautiful and graceful, and she has fashioned it for a woman of beauty and grace. Mrs. Reagan, Pascal has asked us to present you with this model this evening with affection and admiration, and it stands there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a fellow performer, Mr. Steve Lawrence, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Maida.
We have to get the klezmer together, otherwise a cappella doesn't work too good in a room like this. Lights.
Colored ballet of Penima, Nefesh Yehudi Homia, Ulefase Mizra Kadima, Ein Letzion Sophia, Od Lavada Ti בשנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים.
Bravo. Instrument of a free people and a free society, a nation in which every person is his own preacher and his own politician. Every person is a spokesman for the right as he perceives it, for the cause that he embraces as his own. These things are America, and these are Israel. These are brotherhood. A nation in which knowledge is not denied to those people who seek it, in which learning is all for all the people, in which academic freedom is a way of life, in which young people can resolve the course of their future. A nation in which a playwright can rouse passions untethered by government, in which an artist can put onto canvas that to which he is moved by his own soul, in which a filmmaker can bring forth a script fashioned of his own words, in which a musician can truly rhapsodize. A nation whose shores are haven for those who hunger, as did our forefathers, for life and for liberty, and to be free. A nation of people to whom the ballot box is the ultimate answer. These are America. These are Israel, and these are brotherhood. Two nations whose common denominators are the individual and his freedom to choose. Two nations for whom the Nancy Reagan Scholars will be a bridge across continents, a warm and vital link between great and vibrant democracies. Two nations for which the Nancy Reagan Plaza on the ancient hill of the Watchmen in the city of all faiths will be an eternal symbol of brotherhood. America, Israel, partners in democracy. Now, will you join me? You needn't rise, but just join me in singing with me. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies or amber waves of grain, or purple mountains' majesty above your fruited plains. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Thank you. Thank you, Maestro. America the beautiful, Nancy the beautiful. This evening we have paid tribute to a most gracious lady and at the same time to a great university, the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. We have shared this evening with them with unbounded joy. And yet the evening is not yet over. If you wish, please join us for a nightcap in the Versailles Room. However, please remain seated until the First Lady and her party leave. And I close by saying, Shalom, Shalom, peace and love to all of you and to ourselves.
I thought it was 1906.
Almost. Nice to see you.
Hello, Danny.
Good day.
What you said was marvelous, by the way.
Thank
Really
you.
marvelous.
Thank you.
Susan Hamer, Sally
nice to
Flake,
see you.
please. Can I ask you just for you to tell us what do you think the significance of this evening was?
Well, it couldn't have been warmer, and it couldn't have been more exciting. I mean, the lady who was honored, I've never seen, she was really thrilled, absolutely thrilled.
In your participation, 7 years, tell me how you feel about it.
Well, I'm honored to be called, you know, to do it. I think it's a very worthy thing to do. The education always, wherever it is, as a matter of fact.
We appreciate your
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Come on, love.
You know, my husband and I were friends today. It's nice to see you. That's what everybody fell over. There's a big hole in here.
Be careful, it's kind of soft. Yeah, kind of soft.
There. Be very careful right here. I saw like 3